So that was interesting. Okay, I don't know what happened. I turned off my phone though and restarted, and we're going to try this again. So I believe I said I was going to do 59 at the top. We said we're only going halfway through, so if it helps you any, go ahead and do some light shading at about what would be middle, so that when you get to that area, you don't go overboard one way or the other in your coloring and blending. And I'm not even going to zoom in. I'm sorry. I don't want to touch it. Oh, I'm afraid it'll freeze up on me again. I don't know what's going on. Again, like I said, it is brand new. I don't know if there's some new downloads or kinks or something that needs to be straightened out in it. But we will figure it out in time. I just know it's supposed to be a really good phone. Hubby got me 128 gigabyte SD card to put in it, and he got that put in, so that should be helping. So I should have tons of room. It's just that it automatically cuts off after 30 minutes. And then now this time that it froze, and I'm just going to have to stop from time to time and look up there and make sure it's still going. Now, coming in here with the little circles, just trying to get some more of that white tooth out of the paper. So pardon on that last video, I would not even post it, but we did do the grays and the rest of the reds, so I feel like it may be something that you would like to see. Light touch. Always better to do 4 or 5 light touches than one heavy load up on it. You want it to be able to blend. Okay. Keep that in mind. There we go. So there's one part. Now this is going to take some time. So when you're doing your lettering, now I have seen people get to this point and they're all anxious and they do this and they're like, oh, I'm almost done. Now let me tell you, even if you do that because you were anxious to go ahead and to get done, let me take just this part off because I'm going to need to be able to blend. But let me show you what can be done. Let's say you do get anxious. Say your toddler comes over and scribbles on your page. Look. Do you see? Just be patient. Go back. Add the layers. You may have to work a little harder because you didn't do layers to start with. But what I'm saying is it can be saved. Okay? Take your time. Pull down those colors. Go back in and start the ovals. Start your little circles. I'm telling you, I've seen some really scribble stuff. And I've seen some of the ladies on coloring books keep it clean over on Facebook. Go back in and do this type of blending. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. All the difference in the world. When you come in and you decide that you're going to take your time and you're going to do that blending. And if you need to turn your book, turn your page. I'm just not doing as much turning on pages because I don't want to get y'all dizzy. And I feel like you're going to have an easier time watching if I keep it upright to you. Trust me, I've accidentally taped some of these upside down and had to totally go in to YouTube, to their edit program, and flip the whole thing over. So I do what I can to make it easier on you, the viewer, because that's what I'm doing these for, is for y'all. And it gives me practice. Yeah, not a lot to talk about here, just getting the coloring done. You want to go over and start? Yeah, let's start the other color a bit, just because this does get boring after a bit. So here it's going to be lighter going up. And this is where we see if we really don't like it. This is our chance to change colors. What do you think? You think that's going to be all right? I just really wanted something different. I know, it's different, all right. I don't know if that's a good or bad response. It's different. I think it's okay. I'll tell you something else that goes well, and I discovered this on accident when I was painting flowers for Neiman's on some Jo Malone perfume bottles. I put turquoise and purple together on the paintbrush and do my little flowers. Yeah, they turned out really cute. They really did. So see, I'm just trying to get two colors in there. The letters just don't look quite so flat. You've seen me do letters before. I usually do two different shades or values of the same color, and I will put the darker one on the bottom. Now all I did was swap the pencils there so that I could come in and do some blending. Okay. Just blending these colors, overlapping. They're going into each other's territory a bit so that we can really blend them well. There we go. Okay. So, keep going. Keep going. And again, this is another reason I do my swatches. Do you see these? And the colors, this number 37 is actually this color, and the number 59 is actually that color. No, I've got them backwards. No, 59's the purple. Let's see. Yeah, 59, that's the purple. And this is the maroon, or the magenta color. So that's another reason I don't trust the barrels on the pencils, and I do my color swatches that you saw earlier. Because there's no way that is this color. So do your swatches. It'll make things easier for yourself in the long run if you're able to go over and look at your swatch to see what color it is, instead of always scribbling on a piece of paper. That's kind of wasting your pencil. I also have noticed with these Marco Renoirs, they're the oil base, that I'm not sharpening pencils near as often. And I'm not getting that flaky wax peely buildup that you can get with the Prismacolors. So thankful for that. There we go, and it's blending. Now, some people have a problem getting right up next to these lines. Do you see how it's flat right there, the pencil is? See that flat part? But as I roll it, I have a good point right there. So I'm going to put that point up next to that edge and then turn it this way. And you would turn your paper around, put the point up next to the edge again, and now you've gotten up next to the edge. And you don't have to worry about making sure that your pencil is real sharp. Just turn it. I will turn my pencils every now and then just to put a point back on them. Okay, and we would do the same thing with these last two letters. All right, in the interest of time, I am going to pick out, what color should I do that shadow? I'm thinking I want to be radically different. Wonder how that would look. And see, because it's on a swatch, I can actually put it down there. I'm going to do it. Number 12. Reach across. Sorry, I'm going in front of you. How is that for different? See, and there's no problem getting down in there. Yeah, I didn't blend two colors on this. You're right. Just going for it. My next page that I want to start will either be my poinsettia that is on my Etsy page or my ornaments page. I'm thinking that I really want to do the ornaments next. So be on the watch for that. There, see, it's not bad. It's just different. Sometimes there's something to be said for being different. When I'm not blending, I don't have to be as careful as to how far down I come. See there? I do think this will be our last video on this. You can do the rest of that on your own. And then what I'm going to do is I have these Super Doodle pens. In fact, I've got a couple cupfuls, but these are the glitter ones. Yes, you can. You can get them at Amazon. But what I want to do is come in and do some coloring. I'm going to come in and just get some of these small little places done. Okay, used some of that there. I want to use some over here. But if I do this ornament in this color, the background, remember how we talked about spreading the color so that you use it in a triangle setup? So it's just not in just one spot, but scattered around. And yeah, I went in that flower, but that's going to be okay because whatever color it is, it should cover right over the top. Okay, so there, and somewhere down here. Let's do this bow. Yeah, these are Super Doodle gel pens. They are on Amazon. It's a Prime. They sell them off their Facebook page, but what I do is I go to the Facebook page, find out what coupon is running or what's special, then go over and use that coupon if it's valid in Amazon and get them cheaper. They also do all kinds of drawings and giveaways on their Facebook page. So go ahead and get in on that. You just might win a free set. So, okay, so I've got a triangle of color. Let's see what else. I love my purples. You already know that. So another triangle of color. Let's use this over here. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm picking these colors this time. Okay? We've not used the color wheel at all, I don't think, on this one. Just because there's so many elements on this page that I don't feel like you really need to worry about what colors go together. You can just use a little bit of everything and it's going to flow. So one here, so something over here. Let's do the wiggly parts on the package. Now this will stay wet for a little bit, so you want to be sure that you're not dragging your hand back through it. You can even blot it with a tissue, but I'd rather not because I don't want to accidentally pull any of the glitter sparkly bits up. So I'm just really careful to keep my hand out of it. And part of that is because I paint. I'm already used to keeping my hands out of wet things. So my hand actually is not even on my page right now. It's resting right at the edge down here. So I know that I'm not on my paper, so I don't have to worry about whatever's wet because I'm not touching it. So I would say for the rest of the page, you get to play. Just do whatever you want to. And I'm going to just kind of color until it times out. We're at 17 minutes, so I've got some time left. Rebooting the phone, restarting it, whatever, seemed to have helped with whatever froze it up last time. Okay, so that's there, something up in here, and I don't want to do another package, but I can do a bow, just because I don't want to repeat. Now I am going to put my hand down. It's wet there. Actually, is it? See, I got sparkly, but I didn't actually get wet. So I know I can put my hand down there. So now I'll do the ribbon. Do the bow. If you'll work in triangles when you're using all the colors, my daughter would say all the things in all the places with all the people doing all the stuff. But yeah, when you're using all of it, if you'll work in triangles, it'll just look more balanced and you won't have to worry about, did I get enough color? Did I get enough of this? Did I get enough of that? It should automatically work out for you. It's kind of like when you work in a triangle in the kitchen. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with that. Okay, now something I am going to do. Here is another purple. It's not going to be the same, and that's okay. I don't want it to be. But I want to come in here and put it under the edges. Just to kind of help pop that ribbon to the top and go inside the loops. Maybe put some right here just to give it a little more dimension. A little bit here because that's behind. Okay, just to change it up a bit. So, okay, I am going to go back to, I think, working on my letters. Do I? Nah. Keep playing with gel pens, that's fun. Alright, so what else do I want to do? Actually, I'm going to do these candles and not use gel pen. I am going to pick, what color for candles? I could sit here and still be looking at this whenever it times out. You know that, right? Okay, my fingers keep sticking there. 68 and 62. Let's just do it. 68 and 62. Because this set is still in order, they're easy to find. 68, 62. Now, the lighter color, the lighter color goes through the middle. We want this to look rounded. Lighter touch towards the edge so that there's still some of that tooth of the paper left. And I'm going to do a matching set of candles. Lighter touch on the edge. Don't want to take all the tooth out of the paper. And this is in front of this, so I'm going to shade around that too. Okay. When you look at a candle, a lot of times right down here, that wax is melted. It's a bit darker. Okay, wet wax is darker than dry wax. So I put that in. Coming up. And then the second go through is lighter. Third go through is even lighter. And go here a little bit. One go through. Second one is lighter. Third one is even lighter. And get all the way to the edge there. Okay, same thing here. First pass is darker. Second pass is lighter. First pass is darker. Second pass is circles and lighter. Then I can come through with the lighter of the two colors and do my blending all the way down. Now that should look a little more rounded because the sides are darker. That's what you're after, that rounded look. Okay, we did that with the peppermint. We did that with the teacup. Remember, we shaded the sides, made it look rounded. So that's what we're after. That's what we're trying to learn here. Now, I did that color there, so I want it in a couple of other places. And I'm thinking it would be fun in this hat. Let's see. Let's go up the sides here with the dark. And then lighter as we come in. Lighter as we come in. And then the light color in the middle. See, and I'm staying out of it. I don't know. The gel pens. I think for some reason I just kind of instinctively know where it's at. So the lighter is in the middle. And then that darker is on the outside. Darker is out here. Gets lighter as it comes in. And then all this zigzag. Boy, that got involved, didn't it? Darker on the edges so that it does look like it's wrapped. I know, there's a lot to that. And then there it just kind of disappeared. And then over here it's going to be these fat ones. I'm just coming up here to see which ones, and then I'm going to work my way back down. And again, if you'll go back to the first video, it will show you down in the comments where you can get all of this artist's work at. Okay, she's on Etsy. She's also on Amazon. She's also a part of our group, I think, over on Coloring Books Keep It Clean. If she's not, I need to get her into that. Maybe she'll see this and come on over. Okay. So see, it's just not so flat looking, and that's what we're after, is just not a flat colored page. Okay, so there's that coming around. So here, down here, what do I want to do? Let's do this Christmas ball. This one's the lighter one, and I'm going to time out here in a minute. So y'all just have fun with this. Love to see you finish them up and post them over on Coloring Books Keep It Clean if you're part of our group. I'm going to do just the bottom because maybe it's shaded by the top area. Blend anything that needs to be blended with the lightest color. Okay. Back over here, and see, I'm so glad I wrote down my numbers, 37 and 59, and 59 is on the top. So I'm going to come over here and work on this. Working in the ovals. They're not ginormous ovals, but they are nonetheless rounded at the top, and that's what helps them to blend instead of looking scribbled. So I'm going to keep working. This will cut off in about 3 more minutes, and then I will go upload it. And love to see where everybody's at on it. You can finish it on your own from here. What I mainly wanted to show you on this page was how I go about starting a page when there are specific things that we think of as being specific colors. Okay? For example, the green, the gingerbread man, you know, stockings, packages, things like that you can change. But trees, you know, things like that, they're going to be green unless you've got one that was sprayed. And I know people still do that. I'm not saying anything against that. I'm just saying I go for the green. Let's see, I'm getting in a hurry. Slow down. Get it right. I want to be able to blend. I want to get rid of all the little scribble marks. I'm going to need to take my time. And sometimes I find myself whispering again when I go slower. It's like it's some big secret. It's not. Sorry. This one is going to be here and then come down. That might be just a little tricky, but I know you can do it. All right, see y'all later. Have fun. See, you can do it. And 30 minutes is up. Now, if it didn't cut off, I'm sure wondering why. Probably because I don't care this time. Just overlap. You still here? What are you doing here? This was my number 12. I know you have more exciting things to do than to watch me color. There we go.